speaking of mixed cracker, let's talk about OnlyFans. Um,
Hello.
what a transition that was.
That was a very awkward transition. You're usually pretty good with those. This was not one.
No, I'm not. That's as bad as they all are. All right. You have a. So I'm going to throw it to you, Mick. We had talked previously, joked, um, about
Both.
about you doing some coaching. If myself, Jesse, and Robert ever want to get this OnlyFans that we've been thinking about off the ground, we need some coaching. We're all thumbs here. We don't know what we're doing. We need an experienced OnlyFans content creator to walk us through how to maximize your OnlyFans and make $1 off it. Right, Jesse?
I'm ugly as shit.
Okay, so I will do. This is my show now.
This is.
You have the floor.
I definitely have nothing to add to this. I will be quiet and sit back and take notes.
This is my show. Who are you, Alexis? Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to be showing my page eventually.
Yeah,
just
Jess,
like-
you might need to walk her through how to share her screen.
Okay.
No, I know how to share my screen.
Oh, do you?
All right then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so with OnlyFans, the thing is you are self-promoting the whole time. So if you don't self-promote, you're not going to get anybody. Who's going to know that you exist? So
Not me.
What?
Not me. I don't even know what an OnlyFans is.
You're a lying sack of
OnlyFans.
shit. Let the girl talk.
OnlyFans is a website that was initially made to be like kind of like Patreon, where it's just like you do something, you could teach people things, and they pay you for it. But then it turned into porn because people like that.
Internet.
So
Internet.
much porn.
So despite the OnlyFans controversy, whatever, it's a good way for people to make money if you're down for that kind of stuff. Because if you upload a Pornhub, you're probably not going to make a lot of money. So OnlyFans is
More
good.
than YouTube.
True.
We should start uploading to Pornhub, Mark.
I'll get right on that. While it's still legal, at least.
At least with OnlyFans, you can set a monthly rate for people, $5 a month. Because I think that's fair. It's not too high, so like people aren't discouraged of subscribing to me. Because I feel like if someone's gonna cost like $50 an hour, $50 per subscription, then it's not gonna be feasible. You're not gonna make any money. No one's gonna do that unless you're famous.
Right.
So mine's $5 a month. It's pretty low, but I also charge extra within that, which you can do. You could do pay-per-view. So that's essentially how the money situation works, and it's worked for me. I like it. I like doing it. I like the fact that I can post whenever I want to. Because sometimes I go on a hiatus. I get really passionate about it, and then I don't.
So I don't want to ruin your flow. This is your show, after all. When am I allowed to have? When will you be taking questions from the peanut gallery? Because I have like 20.
Let me give an overview, and then I will ask questions or allow questions.
Okay, you got it.
You'll ask them? Mark, how do you feel about subscribing?
Have you ever done age play? Oh, not this again.
Oh God. No. So I really like that I can set my own schedule. I can do whatever the hell I want because it's my page. And if people like me, they're gonna stay. If not, then whatever. I have 5 people who are my loyal subscribers who have never left since the beginning. I've been doing this since 2021.
It's a good year.
So I have the people who have followed me before follow me to my next account, and like they don't mind that I take hiatuses for like 3 months because sometimes it happens. Sometimes I'm not into it anymore and I don't feel like posting anything, and then I start right back up and I feel sexy again. But that's the reality, and my regulars know that and they love it. So yeah, that's the general basis. And I could any questions so far? I'll ask that.
I actually, content creating, whether it's of the explicit nature or not, I've always been of the belief, and so let me couch it this way. When I started doing TikTok to promote the podcast, I started doing a lot of research on how are you successful on TikTok, and they were like several posts a day. Like the people who really make money at this, they are posting incessantly.
At least once a day.
Yeah, at least I do it once a day. But I mean, like these people, it's like all day long. And I think the optimal number was like maybe like 6 in a day, every few hours. And there were like periods, there were windows where there was optimal posting time. I don't have that kind of time. I work a full-time job, but I did start posting every single day, and the question I had for you is, how does it affect? I know you said you have loyal people, but like, do you see like a drop in people interacting with your content when you go on hiatuses?
I do. So when I'm actually active and like consistently doing it, I will be doing it like once every day or once every other day, depending on what content I'm shooting at the time. And I noticed that I go from 10 subscribers to 5. And which doesn't sound like a lot, but like when you think of social media, people can follow it. Like for my page being $5 a month, people will drop off, and I'm making what? Okay, so 5 times 5 is 25. So I'm at the very least, if you're not paying for specifics, it's $25 a month, which is not bad. It's extra money. It's grocery money. It's not bad. And it's what I want to post, which is, I like that. It's not like I'm working at a strip club where I have to really bring it.
So let me ask you this: how often are you promoting though? Because any girl that I typically don't pay attention to this stuff anymore, but when it was really, really big and there was a lot of stuff on Twitter, that's where I noticed it, because I would see a lot of the posting on Twitter before I knew there was even an OnlyFans. That's how I learned about it, was just being active on Twitter. Every girl that I've ever talked to that did OnlyFans, they were incessantly promoting themselves. They were all over Instagram constantly, all over TikTok constantly, and all over Twitter constantly. So how often are you doing that kind of promotion?
So I have my links on every single bio, on every single page, except for Facebook. Because my mom follows me on Facebook. So I don't promote on Facebook. I have promoted on Twitter. I've promoted on Reddit for a time. I don't really follow that anymore. It didn't seem to do anything. Instagram, I've had quite a bit of people do that there. But honestly, I promote in real life too. So with being a young presented female, a lot of people tend to hit on me, like in bars, public situations, whatever. So instead of being like, ew, no, get away from me, I go, you know what? If you want more, go follow my OnlyFans.
Oh, that would crush me. That would fucking crush me in person. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm
dude, that's happened.
She's not.
That happens so much on dating site, by the way. God.
Oh, no, I've been coached to be like, you should go on Tinder.
I was gonna. That was the next thing out of my mouth, was the amount of girls who are on dating sites promoting whatever content they produce.
So one of my exes, and he's been in my content before. We've both been really into doing the porn thing. And so he has his own OnlyFans. I have mine. We collabed at one point. Didn't end up using it because apparently he sucks.
Okay. Hang on one second. Jesse, are you okay?
Unattended?
You look like you're struggling with this segment.
I'm coming up with questions.
Oh,
okay. Oh, perfect. Okay.
So I'm here coming.
I will be down to answer any questions.
Okay.
I always have to check in on my partners, Mick, and I want to make sure Jesse's okay.
Of course.
You're such a good daddy.
That's what I've been told.
Where was I? Oh, promotions.
Yes.
So I promote a lot individually, especially if someone's being creepy. But because instead of being like fuck off, I could be like, well, you can spend $5 and subscribe to my OnlyFans, and then I make money.
Yeah. Yeah. I will not date you. You do not have a chance. But sure, I'll take your money.
I'll take your money because at least I'm doing it for something.
Do you promote on TikTok at all?
Huh?
Do you promote on TikTok at all? Because I would say a fair amount of what comes through my algorithm is girls doing my favorite one is the one she's a really pretty girl with huge boobs and can't get a date. She just can't seem to find the nerds who watch the Star Wars.
Oh no.
God, that stuff angers me so much because I'm like, you don't know the struggle, man.
Like you're probably a dick.
The amount of girls I've seen who that's their pitch to get guys to go to their OnlyFans is, I'm so perpetually single and I love to stay home and eat and watch Star Wars. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
That's never been me.
I've fallen for that once or twice.
That is so hard.
Are you serious?
Look, I'm not always the smartest. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say smartest. Sometimes I'm a foolish son of a bitch. But as soon as they mention OnlyFans, I'm like, no, I'm good. We're done.
If you are a 5 or above and can't get a guy, the first thing I'm doing is checking your profile for a link to an OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've started doing because I've quickly realized it's easy bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I'm a lonely fish.
A lot of my subscribers will be happy with a bathroom mirror pic.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not hard.
You don't promote on TikTok though. Like you're not on TikTok doing like making videos or whatever. Just the guy.
But that gives me an idea. I might start doing that.
Be like, I just can't get a date.
I just can't seem to find little guys.
I'm not.
I really like horror movies and shit. I know. I'm just fucking with you, bro.
I might do like, hey, here's the new swimsuit I bought, and then we're like, hello. Also, I have OnlyFans.
There you go. Spend an hour. You can see some of these other girls the way they do it. It's pretty hilarious. All right, Jesse.
Yeah.
You said that you've been writing down questions.
I was typing a few. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, do not have TikTok. Do not have OnlyFans. So I don't really.
I would subscribe to yours, buddy.
What?
Look at Jesse's in bed. His wife's scrolling on TikTok. What you doing, Jesse Bear?
He's just like answering my fans, baby.
Yep. So yeah, all new to me.
Show me that starchy butthole.
You are not right, Coop. Not right. So okay. Obviously, you said you've been doing this since 2021, right? Is that what you said? 2021. So 4 years into it, like, what if you started to get like big time famous? Would anything change, like, for you? Not as far as like getting money. I'm talking about content wise.
She's off this fucking podcast. I'll tell you that right now.
I would.
I'm going to go on a podcast.
We are on hers.
I was about to say, yeah.
I'm going on a podcast with followers, with an audience.
I would probably not act any different. Like, if more people, like, I'm really happy when I have the 10 subscribers because I'm like, all right, I'm posting. I know why I'm getting these people. It's fine. If I got more than that, I'd be so fucking happy.
Right. Yeah, I think, I just crossed the 100 subscriber for my own YouTube, and I was like, who in the hell listens to me? Unbelievable. So yeah, just getting 10, there's a real personal connection, I imagine, with OnlyFans and these people who actually see you and, you are interacting with them.
Well, I also, like, with my regulars, like, they'll ask for something, and absolutely I'm going to do it because I know that they've been supporting me since the beginning. And some of them, I love to interact with them because I'm like, you have seen me through hiatus after hiatus, and you're still here. And I even asked one of them, I was like, why? Like, I know I haven't posted in a while. Like, and they're like, I just like your content.
They're a loyal fan. I mean,
and
that's
they're
great.
like, I like your content. And I'm like, all right.
All right.
I have a question about that. What is, like, so you get requests. I would imagine the requests are especially if you've been in the poly kink BDSM metal LARPing community, gaming, Dragon Age.
Dress up in corpse paint and run to the woods.
I'm never gonna miss another Sunday show again, you asshole. You see this kind of stuff that people ask for, and like after a while, I would imagine it's pretty mundane. But has there anything that's been so off the wall, or so like beyond the pale that you're like, I'm not doing that. I don't care how much money they fucking pay me.
I had to block someone today.
Ooh,
okay,
that's
rough.
This dude that I knew in high school.
Oh Jesus.
Reached out to me and we started talking. He found out I had an OnlyFans. He subscribed to the OnlyFans. He started being weird. He started being like, if you ever want a BBC for your content, I'm here. And I'm like, I have no interest in you. I'm sorry. You can subscribe to my OnlyFans. I have no problem with that. I don't give a fuck. But I am not doing anything with you. And then
especially it's a British broadcasting company, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Doctor Who and all that, right?
Yeah, Coronation Street.
He was going to show up with fucking tea and scones.
That's what I right. Go ahead.
He was gonna start like he kept asking if I wanted the drugs.
No.
Wow.
Oh.
And I was like,
oh wow.
No, I'm good. But no, I had to block him today because I had him on Snapchat because he reached out to me and I was like, cool, that's how I give him my OnlyFans. And I had to block him on both because he kept asking and asking and asking. I'm like, I'm not doing content with you. I'm not doing it. I haven't talked to you since senior year of high school, and that's been 5 years ago. So, no.
Oh God.
Kind of knocks off the other question that I had was, have you had anybody try to cross the line or try it, especially people that that's
not usually. He was the first one.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's good then. I mean,
people are usually pretty respectful. Like if my regulars that I talk about, I love them because they are respectful.
Mm-hmm.
They know that I'm a human. They know that I'm doing this for myself. So they get what they get.
What, I mean, obviously there's a financial incentive, but so take that out of it. What was the other reason you decided that, and this is firmly under the umbrella of sex work is real work. So just so you know where I'm going with this, we're not going back to the 2 hours ago where I was like, so about face piercings. What made you decide to do OnlyFans?
You know what? I'm going to let y'all estimate because I also really have to pee right now. So I'm going to be right back.
We get to try and figure it out. Okay.
Yeah, y'all try to figure it out and then let me know.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you money
about you.
I mean, that's got to be
about you.
I was going to
tell me about you. You gonna tell me about your OnlyFans, Jesse?
I was actually going to say I had, to be honest, I'm not going to say it's not easy money. I'm not saying that it is.
Right.
But I mean, you're an attractive young female. You are. It's not a good way to put this, but it's a commodity people want. So, if you got it, people are wanting to pay money. Fuck, why not? To be honest, there have been times where I'm like, fuck, I wish I wasn't such a big, ugly lug. I couldn't figure out, and I've made that joke to people before, and they're like, you just got to find your niche. And I'm like,
so here's the thing. It doesn't matter how fat or ugly or short or tall or hairy or old you are. There is a niche for
somebody's going to want to fuck you.
Somebody wants to see you step on tomatoes or some shit. Let's put it this way.
Tony Alice.
My problem with doing OnlyFans.
Tony Alice.
My problem with doing OnlyFans isn't the creation of content; it's the incessant promoting I would have to do to get anywhere with it. And I'll equate this to not that I want to do OnlyFans. My point is my objection to doing.
I subscribe.
Thank you. My objection to doing so is entirely based on the amount of work it takes to maintain it, not the creation of it. But by that token, you look at the podcast world just as a parallel. I get frustrated with doing this at times because the podcast market is so fucking flooded. When celebrities started doing it, Amy Poehler has a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to compete when
that one?
A common refrain right now is everyone's got a podcast.
Right.
how do you find any kind of distinction in this crowded of a marketplace? Which goes back to what I was going to ask you, Mick. Now, if you want to answer the first question, that's fine. But I think the other thing I really wanted to know, and then I was going to hand the segment back to you. How do you create distinction so flooded a marketplace? There are a zillion OnlyFans pages.
So I was listening to you guys while I went pee.
I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
So the reason why I
That
started
sounds like content right there. Like, watch me pee while I listen to three men prattle on about about
I
porn.
probably-
Somebody will pay money for that, Mark.
Somebody
okay, here's
was.
the thing. There's an audience for everybody. So
That was what he was saying.
hang on.
Yep.
Fucking knew it. I'm so
Yep.
smart.
but no,
Proud of you.
let me go all the way back to what we were initially talking about was like, so the reason I started was not the most happy story. It's I have so much sexual trauma that it taught me that that's what people want. People want my body. And so if I can make money off of that, cool.
You ever read not Pam Anderson? Jenna Jameson's. You ever read Jenna Jameson's book?
Mm-mm.
Very similar point of view, where the way you put that is very much the impetus for her life story, and she talks about that rather vividly in her book. Worth a read.
Text it to me later.
Will do.
So essentially, with all the trauma that happened to me, I don't have any, like, to me, sex isn't special.
Mm-hmm.
Sex is not, it's just something that happens. And I know I'm sexy because people have told me. And I know I'm hot because people have told me.
Same.
So doing it was kind of the lead up into that. But
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the idiot in the corner going same after you say something.
What I like about OnlyFans though, like I almost auditioned to be a stripper at least 2 times. And what my problem is with that is I don't want people touching me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big ask at the old strip club.
So if I do porn by myself with my own camera, I can post whatever I want. I love that. I
Okay.
could be very
Yeah.
sexually oriented. I can make money off of it. It's great.
You have control.
Yeah, and no one has to touch me.
Yes.
Right.
That's why I had to block the other guy because he wanted me to come over and do.
Oh,
content.
Okay.
I was
Danger,
like,
Will Robinson.
I was like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, right. He wanted to touch you,
Yeah, he wanted to touch me, and I said no.
and that's a big no. That'd be a no for me, dog.
So that's kind of, I think that's how I kind of went down this path. Was it started from trauma, ended with me learning my trauma, and then ended up here because I don't believe that sex is a special thing anymore.
It sounds like it's very therapeutic, at least. I mean, in some way, you're using that to deal with what happened. So
It boosts my confidence sometimes.
that's good.
I will tell you that the "it's just sex" refrain comes up a lot in the poly kink BDSM community, where it is literally just a thing people do to have fun, like bowling or shooting pool.
Yeah.
Now there are people who are demisexual who they can't have sex unless they have some sort of connection, but the act in and of itself is just what it is, and no more than that. And that is one. It goes against the Puritan nature of this country. It's something people definitely struggle with. And again, I'm not making a moral judgment. God knows with my recent history, I have no leg to fucking stand on.
I know you have no leg to stay on.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, this is not me. This is not me making any kind of statement. I am
Dan.
explaining the genre as it were. But it is definitely the concept of like casual sex is definitely something this country fucking struggles with.
Still,
And-
which is weird.
Yeah, like we can't get past this at all. Like we can't evolve and become a better, perfect self because we're so fucking struggling with this one thing. Yes, you look like you got something caught in your throat there. You want to add in?
I was just going to yell boobaloo baloobies, but that's all I was going to yell.
Fantastic.
Movies.
Speaking of which, you want to show your website real quick, and then we'll get out of here.
Speaking of boobs,
Okay, so last podcast I was in, I said I would share my OnlyFans, and this came up anyway. So I was like, all right. So let me, present, share screen. Share screen. I'm learning this. No.
she already knew how to do it. She's great.
I already know how to do it. It's easy. Okay.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike.
There we go.
Ah!
Okay.
my
So I
eyes.
I can't scroll down because of very specific reasons.
Tell me about that mermaid picture in your banner there.
So I kind of projected the siren attitude.
Okay.
Like, I'll lure you in and I will kill you.
Yeah.
I was going to say, she's going to murder you.
Nothing makes me want to pay for sex more than the idea that I might be killed.
But if I'm hot, then like
I mean, yeah, at least you're going out on top.
And this is what I chose as my profile, which is fine because I posted on Instagram once. Oh, fuck. There we go. So essentially, what I post to my feed is whatever I want. I edit a lot of my own pictures, and so this one specifically, I did the photo shoot by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, neat.
And I edited it to have more of a saturation with the photo because I liked the like old school vaudeville feel to it.
Yeah.
A lot of my stuff feels very old school. Like I'll put a filter over it that's like specifically looks like an old photo or whatever.
I'm just a siren in your interest. I have an eye for art, but a heart for lust. A heart of lust. Fantastic.
Oh.
That's all I can show you guys.
Yep. All right.
I find it interesting that you could sign in with Spotify. I've never seen that on anything ever. Like you sign in with
I like
Spotify.
that was your fucking takeaway from that.
Well,
He's trying to look away from all the women folk.
I was going to say right above that caught my eye too, and then I was like, "Oh, wait a second, sign in with Spotify."
I love you, Jesse.
Interesting.
So I'm going to plug myself since I'm here on the page and it's on the screen.
Oh, that's different.
If you want to follow my OnlyFans, it's $5 a month. It's a Siren Creates, and that's what it looks like. So I think the page has been open long enough for anyone to figure that out.